The journey to the future begins now. Welcome to Goa IT Day.
Arrive on the IT map to make it an IT destination for the country.
It's also full of intellectual grey matter, which actually makes up the IT. I think this is the right happening place for IT.
He is not just the co-founder of NASSCOM and the chairman of Mastec, a global representation of the Indian IT ecosystem, but he's somebody that's known to us, familiar to us, and somebody we are immensely proud of. Please help me welcome to give the keynote address, Shri Ashank Desai.
I'll just describe you the dream that we lived, we in IT industry. When we had, few of us came together and founded NASSCOM in 1988, the whole industry was worth $50 million, $50 million. So I sometimes say nothing much has changed, M has changed to B. We are almost now $150 billion industry, which is 3,000 times growth in just a span of a generation. The point I'm making is we have understood how to transform ourselves, and we will transform ourselves to become $250 billion industry. And where is it going to happen? As I said, not in the existing places alone. It will happen in new places like Goa and many other places. So we need to open arm and get industry here so that next 100 billion happens out of these places.
She is the country head for Intel India and the VP of the Data Center Group. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome Ms. Nivruti Rai.
I don't have to tell you that technology is going to impact so many different sectors: consumer, health, finance, retail, everywhere. Just today, I was reading the newspaper and Times of India called out that 10 deaths happen a day in India due to potholes on the road, due to the poor infrastructure and roads. As a result, 3,600 deaths happen per year because of poor infrastructure and poor roads. Valuable life is lost. And let me give you another example. The same article quoted that because of terrorist activities, 800 people die a year. How much brouhaha we make about all the terrorisms, but we completely ignore the value of technology that can save the lives of people. That is what technology can enable, but in partnership with policy, in partnership with government. So David Aldrich is an economist in the United States, and my husband laughs at me that perhaps there's no other marketing agent for David Aldrich more than you, because I quote him so often. His economic study says, for the growth of a country, company, region, whatever have you, the three things that need to work together are innovation, entrepreneurship, and public policy.
As this happens, ladies and gentlemen, I request the dignitaries to please rise. And as you can see, without hesitation, here comes, ladies and gentlemen, the IT policy for the state of Goa being presented by the Honorable Union Minister, Shri Ravi Shankar Prasad, our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Manohar Parrikar ji, the Minister for IT, Shri Rohan Kaunti ji, and our dignitaries on the dais as well. Let's give them another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We've been waiting a long time for this. It's finally here. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we will witness the signing of the MOUs as they are exchanged between, starting with WowSoft.
When I came in as the IT minister, the first thing was the interaction with a lot of IT fraternity. And that gave me a lot of insight on the type of issues, the type of responsibilities that I had to take to ensure that IT comes in the right way. The Goans had a lot of sparkle in their eyes. They had a lot of passion, they had a lot of energy. What they were looking was for an opportunity. A lot of industry people from the IT sector, IT industry is here. Don't be surprised if I'm there tomorrow morning at your doorstep to call for an investment to us. End of the day, it's the employment opportunities that we are looking for, creating for our Goinkars. The policy which is come and launched today, I can boast a little bit saying that it is one of the best in the country. We have had a lot of support from our Chief Minister on this regard. I was talking to Nivritti a couple of days back on the manufacturing side as we look at launching the electronic policy very soon. And Nivritti, if I'm not wrong, she's already in plans of promising us the manufacturing part of Intel in Goa at Tue. When we talk about policies, we need to create space. We need to have a robust infrastructure in place. Goa has been a preferred area because we have a lot of talent pool. We have a high GDP. We have a good English speaking, a good literacy rate. All we needed is an exposure and a bridge to get this going. And I think this one, complemented with the infrastructure, whether it is IT, ITES, and electronics, the path is very clear. In the last 15 months, we realized that there were a lot of things to be done on the infrastructure side to support the system. One is the routing of the policy and the schemes. The second, very importantly, was creating space. We are talking about Porvorim coming up with one more IT cluster, which will allow right from the IT and ITES to skilling to coming into Porvorim. And today we are talking about the electronic city. Let's make history. Let's make a revolution. You, each one of you, join me, and let's make Goa the most beautiful dream that we ever lived. Let's make history. Let's make it together. Jai Hind, Jai Gomantak.
Thank you very much, sir. We'd now like to request the Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Manohar Parrikar ji, to share his thoughts with us on this day.
Goa is the one place he always told me could be the first place where digital India could be a reality. As of now, though IT sector has not been pushed by government so far, it's being pushed now. I was surprised to know that there are 270 entrepreneurs who employ around 3,000 IT professionals in the state. I thought that most of the Goan IT professionals are outside the state because I know according to my judgment, around 2000 will be in Pune, Bangalore mostly, across globe also. But this was a pleasant surprise to me yesterday when I realized more than 3000 IT professionals. IT doesn't mean you have to have a qualification of IT, because in IIT, where I did my metallurgy, where IT was just beginning, I still remember the computer center was using Fortran program and the cards when we were doing our engineering. In fact, your colleague Nandan Nilekani is my classmate. So that was in 1978. That time, 29 graduates passed out as a material science engineer or metallurgist. Only 4 of them remained in metallurgy. 1 went into politics. And the rest 24, all are in IT sector. So you can understand the magic of IT sector and magic of good engineering also. Good luck, and I can tell you that in Rohan Kaute, we have an minister who will drive. My job was to sit with him with some industrial experts to draw out the policies. I will support it financially. I will see that it goes through, but there is a minister who is required to drive it. I think we have a right person here who will drive the policy. And I also thank Sachin Lavande, his team, as well as Ravi Vipul Prakash for their initiation in kick-starting, as well as STPI for their support also. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And as stated, without further ado, we would like to now request to the stage our chief guest, the Honorable Union Minister, Shri Ravi Shankar Prasad, to deliver the chief guest address.
In a population of 130 crore, India is home to 121 crore mobile phone. How many smartphone? 450 million, 45 crores. How much of internet? 50 crore plus, 500 million. And how many Aadhaar? 122 crores. I'll explain about Aadhaar to you a little later. How we did? We opened 31 crore bank account of the poor who had no access to bank account. By a mass movement, the PM wrote a personal mail to all the managers of all the banks of India. For the sake of India, go to the field. 31 crore bank account open, linking with Aadhaar, with mobile, started sending their welfare measures directly to a bank account. Close to 4 lakh crore we have sent in the last 3.5 years. And do you know how much we have saved? 90,000 crore, which used to be pocketed by middlemen and fictitious claimants. Digital governance is good governance. You know how many authentication we do every 3 seconds? 3 crores. Do you know how many bank accounts are linked to Aadhaar? 80 crore bank account. And Aadhaar is a homegrown technology, $1 each. And completely safe and secure, with proper parliamentary approval of a law. So tough that even if I disclose my fingerprint and iris to unknown person, except in case of national security, I can be prosecuted. That is the inclusive part we have done. Today, more than 250 hospitals are e-hospitals. Crores of patients are using appointment by click of a button. Digital locker, nearly 2.7 crore documents have been issued to ordinary Indians. E-scholarship, 1.5 crore students have been paid 5,000 crores. Your soil health card, 13 crore farmers are using. E-visa, 161 countries today on e-visa, and our tourist arrival have risen by 19 lakhs from mere 6 lakhs. Digital technology and digital delivery of services are creating enormous ecosystem for India. Why? Because India is a big digital market. Never forget it. And therefore, I would like to say we had 3 stages, and Mr. IT Minister of Goa, this you leverage for the sake of Goa. The first was when the Indian IT companies went abroad, or IT professionals went abroad, from Nandan to others. The second was when Indian IT companies went abroad in 200 cities of 80 countries, made many of the American companies professionally competent. Persons like Mohan Pai, Infosys, and others scaled the tricolor globally by their power and talent. That was the second stage. What is the third stage? Today, the world is coming to India. India is the biggest footprint of Facebook, of Twitter, of WhatsApp, of Instagram. That's how India is changing. And the last stage is India is becoming one of the biggest startup movement in the world. Nearly 6,000 startups are back. And you'll be happy to know 9 entrepreneurs have become unicorn, that is $1 billion plus, likely to become 20 by the year end. One of the event which Mohan Pai is very fond of, Satamma Devi, she became digitally literate. I read in the newspaper, I tweeted to congratulate, she became a big known lady. Then the Telugu channels went to talk to her. Then she became more famous. Then I wanted to call, but she did not know English or Hindi. I talked to her by a translator. I asked her, how did she become digitally literate? And the reply which she gave, ladies and gentlemen, is the changing mood of India. She said, my son is a plumber in Dubai, and I used to miss my grandson. And then I was told if I want to talk to my grandson and also see his face, learn to operate the WhatsApp. And to operate the WhatsApp, I became digitally literate. And Satamma Devi is who? She's a Bidi Majdoor. I hope you understand the changing mood of India. And again, for my female friends, how India's entrepreneurship is rising. Goa should take benefit of that. Mr. Counte, you have got only 137 escalated further, these common service centers. And also link up all your digital delivery services with them. This is very important. You know how many boys and girls work in these centers? 12 lakh. And do you know what is their revenue, Mr. Mohan Pai? 19,000 crore in 17-18, their transaction they have done. Now they are becoming a banking correspondent. This is how India is changing. BPO. Again, Mr. IT Minister, you have slow on that. Please leverage that. I had gone to Bangalore in 2014 after becoming IT Minister. After I talked to all the giants, when I came out, boys from Bihar, UP, MP, Rajasthan, Goa were standing outside. They recognized me because of I had the misfortune of being on the television on some occasions, on many occasions, as you may have been tolerating me on the screen. They said, sir, please do something. Bangalore is very costly. And then I came with a BPO scheme. I give 1 lakh subsidy, bridging finance, if you go to the small towns of India. Do you know, my young friends, I came with a scheme in 2015. We have 91 BPOs in 27 states and UTs of India. And do you know BPOs are operating where? Kohima, Nagaland. Imphal, Manipur. Dibrugarh, Guwahati, Bhubaneswar, Cuttack, Patna, Muzaffarpur, Samastipur. I would say Bhiwandi, Aurangabad, Unnao, Bareilly, Lucknow, Kanpur. And the next plot which we have finalized is places like Devariya, Ghazipur, Gaya. Can you believe these places are getting BPOs? Because people want to use the digital. And whenever I visit them, I see 400 boys and girls, and all the girls have come from rural areas. Mr. IT Minister of Goa, 200 seats we have allotted you. They have not been taken use of. Please go ahead. I'll increase it further. That's the one thing I would like to ensure. The other thing I would like to mention, I'm very happy that you're coming to electronic policy. As the Minister of Electronics, one day the Prime Minister asked me in his trademark style, Ravi, tum kehte ho desh mein itna mobile hai, banta kitna hai? And I found that when our government had come to power, there were only 2 mobile factories. Ladies and gentlemen, now India manufactures 120 factories which are manufacturing mobiles in India. And only a fortnight ago, the Prime Minister launched the expanded capacity of Samsung in Noida. 1 crore 10 lakh mobile are going to be manufactured every month. You understand how India is changing? It was hardly few crore, now it is almost 22 crores. The revenue has risen to 1,32,000 crores. Not only mobile electronics, defense electronics, medical electronics, automobile electronics, solar panel. India is poised to become a leader in all that. Medical electronics, we don't even have something like radiological machines or MRI machines. I would recommend that. I'm very happy that electronic cluster, the Chief Minister, you have inaugurated here. Please come with your policy. Goa, because of the exotic locations and soft power, can become a good center of electronic manufacturing. I am going to help you out to the best. Please tap these resources. Why I am telling you that in mobile manufacturing alone, about 5 lakh people are working. And do you know how many factories have come in Noida? 54. Now battery, charger, circuit, Sri City in South India. I'll be the happiest to know if Goa becomes a big center of electronic manufacturing. Therefore, from hardware to software to your electronic manufacturing, and how we are going to leverage it economically, which Goa can also use. We are pushing India's economy to a $1 trillion digital economy. And when I talk of digital economy, I mean IT, I mean conventional communication, I mean 3G, 4G, 5G, I mean e-commerce. E-commerce is booming in India. All the big giants are coming to India. Electronic manufacturing, digital payment. I'm very happy, Mr. Manohar Parrikar, I wish to compliment you that you have encouraged digital payment in such a big way. Just to tell you, we launched Bheem app. And I would tell you how India is changing. Bheem app, we don't allow very big transaction. But when we launched it on 8th November 2016, Mr. Pai, the download was 4,000 per day. In April, 30th April, the number is 63 lakh per day. You understand? In 1 year, 4 months. And the transaction has risen. In September 2017 was 5,325 crore. Now in March 2018 has risen to 24,172 crores. There's only one Bheem app I talked about. All form of digital payment is coming. And I foresee India becoming a big center of digital payment too. Therefore, from digital payment and everything, now to the new technology. We shall be in the last point of my observations. India is going to become a big center of data analysis because of 1.3 billion of population with so much of mobile phone and digital activity. In fact, for my young friends, I just wanted to tell you how India is changing. We have got a e-Tal. What is e-Tal? A portal. Any digital movement is captured. You file your income tax, you go for a digital ticketing, you go for anything. It was just 6 lakh in 2014. When we came to power, it became 9.6 lakh per day. In 16, it became 3 crore per day. In 17, it has become 8.4 crore per day. And we are 2018, it is closing 9 crore per day. That is the digital profile of India changing. How many data is being generated? I want India to become a big center of data analysis. The new technology, the artificial intelligence, machine learning, Internet of Things, all are going to generate huge opportunity in case of agriculture, in case of education, in case of government delivery of services. We led Umang app to have all the government facilities on one app, 1200. Mr. IT Minister, your Goan services need to come on Umang app, okay? You know, when we launched it, we had hardly 10,000 links per day. Again, it has gone to 65 lakh per day. So many people are consuming the digital delivery of services. Ladies and gentlemen, there is enough scope. And I don't buy this logic of job loss. Why I say so? If a new technology displaces one job, it creates 20 jobs more. and this I'm saying with my experience of the transformative nature of India. What is the job profile today? And I'll speak this and conclude. In the IT industry, close to 40 lakh people work directly. And if you make it indirect, it is about 1 crore 25 lakhs. NASSCOM report has stated in the last 3 years, about 6 lakhs new jobs have come only in the conventional IT industry. I just said 12 lakh are working in the common service center, in the mobile manufacturing sector I talked about. Now the other Mudra scheme, we have given loan to about 6 lakh crore to 11 crore people. And even if half of them have added one more in the enterprise, how many people have got jobs? This new digital ecosystem which we are creating is going to create only jobs. But what is important is to look towards India with hope, with assurance, and a deep sense of commitment. And there I want to salute the extraordinary potential of Indian IT giants. Whether it is small entrepreneur, you know, my young friends, how India is changing. Last year I had gone to Bangalore to award the Economic Times Entrepreneur Award. A young boy came, he was only 22 years. He has already raised $500,000 in his startup. That's the India we are looking forward to. And Mr. Mohan Pai, this is my last gift to you, what I have done. We have got 54,000 VLEs, women entrepreneurs. For Swachh Bharat, I asked them, will you make low-cost sanitary napkin to make it a movement in the rural India? On 9th of March, I requested them. Now 207 operations have started in the rural part of India. They are making low-cost sanitary napkin. And how it is working? The HDFC Bank said we will pay 1 crore to make it a movement for young girl child. This is how entrepreneurship is rising in India. I'm sure, Nivritti, you said Goa is very liberating. I would say IT is liberating because it is a borderless world which does not admit of geography. If two liberating factors meet, and you have a dynamic Chief Minister of Vision and Technology, Mr. Manohar Parrikar, and you have a good ecosystem of freedom at the beach and also on the laptop, then surely great things are going to happen. My warm greetings, keep it up, we'll always support. Thank you, namaskar, Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, Honorable Union Minister.